So I'm gonna do a quick video. This is Winslow. He is a drum and bass producer or jungle, uh, maybe jungle. I don't know. The genres are getting kind of, I'm not a big genre head, but so this is what I'm gonna do. I want to learn. So this is a cool boom bap. You hear that? Boom bap from Milkbone, keep it real. Some '90s shit, right? And then we get it into here. Right? And that's what it gets into. Fucking great, right? Alright, cool. So let me do this then. Let me stop that. What I did is I pulled the track into Logic. Let me break this down, right? With markers. So I got all these different markers here. Let me turn off the cycle. All right, cool. So we got, let me see, how do we go? We go through options. Boom, 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 boom. So what I did is, okay, so I broke it down the marker where I try to engage the loop a little bit. So that's marker 1, right? And then I just hit every single change that I hear especially as the loop runs out, because it's basically like this, a loop with, it's actually like 3 different loops that are like engaging each other. The brilliance of Winslow is how he builds the groove with subtle filter changes and breaking like these little, I call them pre-drops, because these are like little, you see those markers are like little pre-drops. So this is basically what I got. I'm just gonna run through these just real quick because I think this is interesting. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like take all these markers, and what I started doing was, let me get back to here, turn on the loop. So I go per marker, loop it out, and then I basically am just writing down what I hear in broadly. So let's break this down. I'll just do like the first couple. I'm not gonna finish this because it's a process, but sorry about the cam work. I'm juggling. Juggles. Okay, so we got this first loop playing out. What do I got? I got, what do I got written down? Loop 4 bars intro, swoosh, and a heavy delayed bell tone on the 1. The piano loop is filtered down. There's filtered horn stabs with a boom bap beat. Right? So that's what that does for and I have it written down. 4 bars, right? 4 bars. Actually, let's get this in there. There we go. 4 bars, and it's off. Don't worry about the numbers. I had to get it on the 1. So like it's there's this little intro part with his tag, almost a gamer tag, but his producer's tag. Option over. So now we're on the second loop, right? So what do I have here? I have intro section, 2 vocals, 8 bars, 4 of. I mean that's Dave Chappelle, right? Maybe not, but it's definitely got that Southern Chappelle twang. And then it's the hook times 2. And it's also the piano loop is unfiltered up on the last 4 of 8 bars, and the horns go real quiet. Reality is hidden for a reason. That's Chappelle. That's the hook, right? And you hear the piano filtering up, right? All right. So now we got marker 3, which is, what do I have written up for marker 3? Piano loop, unfiltered 4 bars, horns loud for 3 bars, hook times 1, boom bap beat. I'm sorry, let me put you down here. My handwriting is horrible. Okay, so I got piano loop, unfiltered 4 bars, horns loud for 3 bars, hook times 1, boom bap beat for 2 bars. Last bar has hi-hat from boom bap at ace lead up to a soft drop. Smooth, I think I was gonna write drum and bass. Yeah, so there's the third bar has no beat. Let me put that in there. No beat. Okay. This is work. I know. I'm sorry. This is. So let's see. I know it could be a more concise video, but I got fucking like 18 subscribers. So nobody gives a shit about what I'm doing. Okay, now I got marker 4. Now I got this as 8 bars. Piano unfiltered. Horns at 2 times speed, meaning like 16th horns. Actually, it's 4 horns with a 1/8 delay or 1/4 delay. No, it's just stab, 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 horn stab, horn stab. Yeah, okay, so that's not delayed actually. It's just like. Wait, when does that horn stab hit? It's like in between the hi-hats, right? Okay, I'm overthinking that. Okay, so that's what that is. That's like the basic groove. No vocals, right? So then we got this here. What do I call this? I call this the 2-bar pre-drop. Tone riser with hook. Cheeky fill on the last 1/4 bar. Cheeky fill. Last 1/4 bar. Okay. Piano loop and horns get light filtered up. Alright. Isn't this fun? Look at what we're doing. We're breaking down music. Oh man, I gotta be a better. I just don't want to make like polished content because I'm just not into it. Maybe later. Alright, so marker 6, what we got? Marker 6, we got piano loop is filtered up at the last bar. Add ride cymbal shuffle deep in the mix. Horns sit right. Sidechain horns to cymbals, ducking the cymbals. So I don't know if the ride cymbals are being like sidechained to the horns, so like when the horns come up, the little texture of this ride cymbals kind of gets ducked a little bit. I like that idea, so I'm gonna try that. Light ducking. Then there's that, I don't know, whatever bass you want to call that serum-y, like Reese, whatever. I know there's names to different basses. There's just so many. I don't want to keep track of this shit. Sits with pianos in the spaces, the Reese stabs, the serum bass stabs, the bass stabs, whatever the bass stabs are. Listen for them. That little wobble, and then there's another one on the second bar. Yeah, that little dive on bass. All right. So we got for Mark 7, we got quick filter all up on piano, same loop with the ride cymbals, last half bar for break to end except for hi-hat that gets saturated a little bit for the last half of the bar. No rides for half beat at end. Half bar. No rides for half bar at end. My handwriting is horrible. Yeah, okay. And now we're on the marker 8. Now this thing is going to be 8 bars, and what I got going so far is what I know is, so those 8 bars, I'm actually going to break up into 2 because the verse goes through both, and I don't want to be like continuation of verse 1. But there are 2 kind of like sections here. So it's basically like everything's kind of low, filtered. Bringing it up, and then it's like the rides come back in the last 4 bars, and the horns drop out for the whole thing except for the left. No, these are so deep, they're not in there. Wait. Okay, so the horns do the same thing twice. It goes like really, really low, and then it filters up so you can hear them in like the last half or the last beat of the first 4 bars, and it does it the second. It's actually the last half bar every 4 bars. You'll hear the horns kind of swoop up. I'm not gonna copy this 1-to-1. I'm just gonna like sub out. Like I'm gonna find what elements will sound good with the behaviors that he's emphasizing. How do I word it? Okay, so all this stuff is making this interesting to the ear. That's why you're getting sucked into it. First of all, it's very like kind of like weirdly high energy but also chill energy. It's like nice. So I'm gonna figure out different elements and do different things, and ultimately this is actually quite simple production. I mean, no, it's not. It's very elegant, but it's not. There's not a lot of like stacks and stacks and stacks of layers. I don't imagine. I mean, it's like 5-6 elements, some effects. I know there's a lot more going into this, but I'm just trying to like digest it for myself and figure out what I think is going to happen. And then I'm going to do something on machine. And then maybe I'll remake this with something in, I don't know, machine. Yeah, because what I want to do is I want to make a beat on machine using the stuff from here that would look good in machine, because I'm going to make it on machine. Do we get that? Cool. All right. Later.